Good day, class. How are you today? I hope you're doing great. Welcome to TLE 7 or 8 Cookery. For today's video, we're going to discuss calculate cost of production. Cost of production refers to a company's entire cost of producing a specified quantity of a product or providing a service. Labor, raw materials, and consumable supplies are all examples of production expenses. The cost of production is described in economics as the expenses expended to get the components of production that are required in the manufacturing process of a product, such as labor, land, and capital. Markup is the difference between how much an item costs you and how much you sell that item for. It's your profit per item. Any person working in a business or retail will find the skill of being able to calculate markup percentage very valuable. The value that a merchant assigns to a product for sale is referred to as the price. It is the monetary value of products or services received. Goods never have the same prices. They are influenced by supply and demand for items, the time of year, the quality of the goods, and competition from other retailers. A product's pricing should be fair and reasonable. How to calculate percentage markup? Here are the instructions. Number 1. Calculate your peso markup. This is done by subtracting your buying price from your selling price. Let's take a look at the example. Our selling price is 15 pesos and we will subtract the purchase cost or the buying price of 10 pesos. And the result is the peso markup of 5 pesos. Number 2, decide whether you want to calculate your percentage markup based on cost or selling price. Once you choose which you will be using to calculate, it is important you stick to the method you choose throughout your calculations, or you will end up with faulty data. If you decide to calculate your percent markup based on cost, go on to step number 3. If you decide to calculate your percent markup based on selling price, go on to step 4. Number 3, to calculate the percent markup based on cost, this is done by dividing the peso markup by the cost. Example, peso markup of 5 pesos. So we will divide the purchase cost or the buying price of 10 pesos and the percentage markup is zero point 0.5 or 50%. Number 4, calculate your percentage markup based on selling price. This is done by dividing the peso markup by the selling price. For example, so we have here the peso markup of 5 pesos and the selling price is 15 pesos. We will divide 5 pesos divided by 15 pesos. The percentage markup is 0.33 or 33%. Number 5, make sure you consistently use either cost of the production or selling price to find the percent markup on an item. Even though the cost, selling price, and peso markup will always be the same, the percentage markup will be drastically different depending on if you calculate it using selling price or cost. Using selling price will give you a lower percentage markup assuming you are making a profit, while using cost will give you a higher percentage markup. Price is the value that a retailer sets for the article for sale. It is the amount of money paid for goods and services. Prices of goods are never the same. They are affected by the supply and demand of goods, the season of the year, the quality of goods, and competition from other stores. Pricing of a merchandise should be reasonable and acceptable. Markup refers to the margin or difference between the cost price and the selling price of an item. Customers are attracted to stores that sell goods at lower prices than other stores. The fact is that even with a small margin, the store owner can still make some profit if he sells his goods fast and increase the volume of his sales. Let us now try this example. The cost of materials for your sandwich is 80 pesos. If you want to impose a 10% markup, multiply 80 pesos by 10%. You expect a profit or markup of 8 pesos. To get the selling price, add the cost of materials plus 10% markup, then divide by the number of sandwiches made. You will get the selling price of each sandwich. Here's how it is done. So the cost of materials is 80 pesos multiplied by 10% markup, so that is 8 pesos. So the total is 88 pesos. 88 pesos divided by 20, which is the number of sandwiches made, equals the selling price. So the selling price per sandwich is 4 pesos and 40 centavos. To make your product attractive, the profit or markup must not be very much. That's it for today's video. I hope you learned something new, and I hope to see you in our next video lesson.
Kung ikaw ay bago at nagustuhan mo ang aking video o napadaan ka lang, maaari mong i-click ang subscribe button at ang notification bell para ma-update ka sa aking channel. Thank you for watching!